Good evening, everybody, and welcome along once again to One Hub Racing season number 12. It's the Prestige Tier, and it's round number 21 from the Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi. It's the final race of the season, a 20-driver grid. It's shaping up to be a really good race. Joining me in the commentary box, unfortunately for the final time, it is Alex. Alex, it's been a good run.
Absolutely, mate. Can't wait for the final race, man. It sucks to be last time this pairing's going to be a thing, but I'm pretty sure we'll have conversations in the future, and you never know. For the foreseeable future, it's the end, but we never know whether we put back together in future seasons to come next season. If you watch the trailer, which I do recommend you go watch after tonight's proceedings, you will see that we have been separated for next season, so we will not be together. But speaking of things not staying the same from next season, this is MLA's last Grand Prix here in One Hub, and I think overall as well, I don't know whether he's got any other mandatory dates to fulfill other places, but it's definitely going to be a big blow, Jack, MLA leaving One Hub.
Yeah, he has the Constructors' title to round out a stellar career with. It's going to be sad to lose him, of course, but all good things must come to an end eventually. And we'll be saying goodbye to him today, but also looking forward to the brand new season number 13, with a new added tier. We've got a new tier for season 13, the Precision Tier. And the Prestige Tier will be moved to the slightly later time of 9:30 in the evening. Now, all is not over in the Prestige Tier. We have got a last little battle for third place in the championship between Odems, Josh, MLA, and I think McSendit can get in on it as well. So MLA could round out with third in the championship.
McSendit is not here.
McSendit is not here, so the battle is between Josh, Odems, and MLA. So that should be an interesting one to watch. There's only, let me just see, there's barely anything separating them. There's 10 points covering the three of them. So very, very little between them.
Just to say, but you've been given the 9:30 tier, haven't you?
I have indeed.
That's past your bedtime though, right? That's when 9's the latest you can start. Got to be getting your sleepy sleeps.
I never said that. But anyways. It is, however, it is past my bedtime, but I'm gonna ignore it. Just for the sole reason that I need to do Prestige Tier. Joining me in the commentary box for that will be James Baker, otherwise known as Diablo. He's moving over to the from Xbox to PS4, and he's going to be doing the Prestige Tier alongside me. But anyways, we've got a race to cover today.
Speaking of which, as well, in terms of One Hub, even though it is the end of the season, our coverage does not stop here. Next week there'll be a charity event which I'll be partaking in for 3 brilliant charities. It'll be all former champions coming together to do 2 races, all for charity, and the actual F1 games is going to help us promote the thing as well. So it's going to be a big event for us next week. But in terms of the actual season, we are done for now. But it's going to be a good event for the league, and also it's also good to see drivers coming together for charities as well to just help out as they can.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic event. Make sure you're there for it on the Friday, the March 29th. Now, I'm just riding on board for lap around Marina circuit. I'm on board with our champion Julian as he comes through sector 1. He's already messed the lap up by running a little bit wide over the curbs. But
I'm running with that MLA.
Yeah, MLA. Let's have a look where he is. There he is. All right, he's coming underneath the hotel. Very expensive hotel to stay in. Right underneath the little connecting bridge that connects the 2 parts of the hotel. It's also a color changing one. It actually changes color.
I can't even afford a travel lodge, so I don't think I'll be able to ever stay in that hotel with MLA invalidate the lap, unfortunately.
Yeah, we saw Blizzard. He popped in a 132.97. There's a Toro Rosso off the road there. Choice of tires today: Hypersoft, Ultrasoft, Supersoft. Pretty easy one stop, I think.
Yes, we will see drivers just practice that new 2-stop rule though. That's going to be interesting. If you don't know, next season there's just a mandatory 2-stop in every single race, so it should spice things up.
Yeah, riding on board with Josh as he comes through the last sector, looks to be pushing on, getting sideways on the way out. and to this double right, which is really, really difficult to get the braking right for. And oh, Squeezy and Blizzard nearly coming together there ahead of them. Interesting. Now, Blizzard is going to probably have to get out of the way for his teammate. Cleans a bollard out of it. And here they go. Oh, he's going to get caught here. There's a lot of traffic in his way. And Squeezy and Blizzard are really going at it up there. Oh, they've made contact on the pit lane. Oh, Squeezy nearly put Squeezy in the wall on the way into the pit lane.
I swear Blizzard had the same incident with another driver, was it not?
Yeah, I think
yeah. It was Japan.
It was indeed Japan, yeah. They came together and crashed into
Who
each
was
other.
it though? Was it Noak?
I think it actually might have been Squeezy again. I don't think those guys are really having getting on with each other. There's a little bit of rivalry there.
Oh, Samu comes P8. Good job by the Spanishman. The Spanishman? What's the correct term for someone of
Spaniard?
Spanish. Thank you. I love. That's one thing I won't miss. Jack getting annoyed at me for not knowing things. There you go.
Yeah.
It's the most basic things, but he won't. I won't get that anymore, which is kind of sad, but I'm kind of happy about it as well.
Just on board with James Slater. Apparently his driver does not exist. He's driving with no hands, which is an interesting one. I've never seen that one before. That's a new one.
Yep.
This is the future of F1. This is the future of F1 right here.
If you look on the outside, there's nobody actually in the car. So
if we get a TV shot, we'll get this TV shot through the chicane. You will see that the Force India has nobody at the wheel. That's a new one for me.
I don't know what Mr. Stroll's been doing, but some new upgrades there.
Yeah, brand new upgrades. Stroll's actually in the garage driving this. I have never seen that before. In all of the F1 games I've covered, there is nobody driving that car. Well,
do you know what's interesting? I wonder whether James Slater can't just see anyone driving.
I wonder. Well, into the pits comes I don't even know anymore. Well, Julian's popped P5. He's on the ultra soft tires, but he's about a second off of Blizzard. So there's a big gap to the top. Elku's begun his lap. In the Haas, there's a lot of cars out on track at once.
Yeah, it's very easy to get caught up in traffic around here. We had that in the Podium Tier. Again, that was my last race of the season, but you know, as you can, I got another DNF. By the way, mate, do you want to stick that out, make you laugh?
Yeah.
This season I haven't finished a race since France.
Wow. Wow. That's disgraceful.
I mean, you're not wrong. But,
yeah.
Yeah, it's not been a good one, but yeah, next week I'm gonna pull my heart out of charity, try and score a point against some of the biggest boys.
Oh,
so
Squeezy and Blizzard again. They're going at it again.
Oh, I'm
on board with LQ. Squeezy's got damage. I'm gonna ride on board with this little spat that's going on here. This is really weird. This isn't the first time this has happened either, Alex.
Is this general feud or is this just banter? I don't really know. Is he going to take Blizzard out?
I don't know. But Squeezy is all over the back. Oh, okay. They're trying to get track position on each other. That's what's going on there. Squeezy got the track position there. Blizzard's backed off of it. Well, that was an interesting one. Now, where does LQ pop on his lap? He's coming across the line, and he goes into 7th with the Hypersofts. And we're going to have... that was Neo popping... Was that Neo popping 3rd or Lakitu popping 5th? That was it. In the Force India.
Good job by Lakitu. Squeezy comes in to the pit, so he's clearly not happy.
He's got wing damage. He collided into the back of Blizzard. He's got wing damage. That's why he came in.
It seems Blizzard does as well, or at least he took a very wide line in the first sector, so I don't know what's going on. But, mate, again, on the final time I'll ever ask you this, who do you think's going to win this one?
For the sake of Odem's sanity, I hope he wins today.
Again, I don't, because
surely.
I'd love it if he wins on track, but it's destroyed because of penalties.
Yeah, it's been the story of the season, but let's hope we can get it together in the final.
What are Blizzard and Josh doing?
Let's have a look.
I don't know whether Blizzard is. I don't know whether Blizzard's just helping out Josh, or he was. They're kind of running side by side. I don't really get it.
Perhaps a little toll there. Josh is on a lap, I think, so He's going to be pushing on. This is going to be following him in the back. Sector 3, yellow flags is probably going to be for a slow car.
Or the key to get out of the way, who knows?
Yeah, the key to pulls out of the way very nicely indeed. Josh, of course, is in the battle for third in the championship, so he needs to get up with Odems.
What an ending it would be for MLA, because I mean MLA, right? He's obviously not had the most exciting season. He had a quite a quiet season. Picked up a win, I think. He might have picked up 2. I know he definitely won
Monaco Grand Prix. Yeah.
But he's had a very solid season, and if you can round it off with that, Josh.
Nice job, Josh. 33-0. Odems improved on his lap. He's a 133.1 dead, so it's super close up the front.
Look how close it is between Neo and Squeezy.
Yeah, that's a couple of thousandths. That's about 8,000ths of a second.
Interestingly, though, man, it's interesting to see how close things are right now between these top guys. It definitely shows the caliber of talent we have here at One Hub. As I really like Francis's helmet, I'll be honest. I think it's really pretty. There you go, that's something to point out. I'm following on with Francis, by the way. I think it's a really pretty helmet.
Oh, using all of the road there, brushing the barrier. That was a corner cut. We'll see if he keeps that lap. Comes through the final corner. Looks like he's pushing on. He comes across the line, and yeah, that was an invalidated lap.
Here is Simon. I don't know what this is his debut, I think.
Yep. Just in the chat, actually, Odems needs to win tonight to keep up his streak of winning in every single season since season 7. So is this going to be his first season without a win since the 7th season of One Hub?
He'll probably blame me. So if he doesn't get it, yeah, but Simon doing a good job there. It's weird for Ferrari. They've had a weird season, haven't they? They've had a lot of driver changes, but
yeah, a lot of driver changes. They were doing really well in the first part of the season. Noek and Black Mamba.
The guys that didn't want to qualify.
They would always come from 15th on the grid to win. That was always their way to go. I think Jesse, is on the lap here down the back. He's on the ultra soft tires, come to the little street section. Looks like he's struggling a little bit with understeer. Kind of struggling to get the nose turned in a little bit. We'll see.
It's going to be interesting to see what Sattler's people go with. I was going with 9 ballots and struggled quite a bit.
Julian, P2. Jesse goes 8th, and Julian pops in there, 133.04. 300.
I don't like how close this is.
Let's have a look at the that gap, which is it's tiny. Hold on, let's have a look. Yeah, that's the separation. There is a 1/10 of a second between the top 4. That is crazy close.
And we know Neo and Squeezy can easily get up with those boys, so
yeah, indeed he can. Francis still yet to set a lap. Nick is not gonna.
Wayne is on a lap.
In the McLaren, yeah, a podium apiece for the McLarens this year. Wayne's
it's been a good solid season from both of them, isn't it?
It has indeed. They've had their ups and downs. Wayne obviously stealing. Wayne obviously stealing the podium off of Rafa in Baku on the line.
I mean,
and Rafa's
I don't think he'll see it that way, but
yeah. Yeah, well, I say steal it. He just nabbed it on the line. It was really close, and Rafa's now got 2 podiums to his tally. I think he's got 2 second places.
Rafa, part of the official One Hub Esports team as well, so he's definitely improved. He's definitely impressed the big head at the top to sign him to our Esports team, which is a big one. But this is the last race of the season. We won't be gone for too long, mate. What are you going to do on your break?
Well, honestly, I'm going to be at university, so I'm not going to have a lot of time. But what I'll be looking forward to, what I'll actually be doing is looking forward to the league racing season getting back started again. Because you do find the time passes quite slowly without league racing.
Yeah, it does, and luckily us commentators keep getting busy with the other things to do and stuff like that. As Rafa also has to back out as well, so not a good time for the McLarens. There we go, get my words out, Alex. But MLA coming out for his last ever qualifying lap on the ultra soft tyres.
Yeah, he's obviously not trying for pole. He's just trying to. I assume his goal is to get to the end of this race and round out his career at One Hub.
It would be insane.
Yeah, he's put on some performances before. What a way to end it out it would be if he could manage to snatch a victory here at Abu Dhabi. But at least he's got at least one win this season, and it had to be the most prestigious on the calendar.
Right. Well, Josh is going to be the first to come across the line. He will have time to have another lap if he needs it, but
he's not going to have the life in Hypersofts.
No, so this is it for him. Where can he put himself? He doesn't need to improve by much to get pole. But he's in traffic,
than a 10th.
So
about less than a 10th he needs to improve. To improve
he's in traffic,
position.
Right?
Yeah, indeed he is. He's got Elku right in the middle of the circuit. He's got Blizzard. Elku moves out of the way. He'll get a toe off his teammate, actually. This is going to be interesting one. He'll get the DRS.
Maybe they're in communications with each other, but...
definitely are. James Slater in the invisible driver moves out of the way. Blizzard moves out of the way in the best way he can by completely going off to Narnia. And Josh continues on his lap onto the MotoGP grid. This is where they begin their races, and down towards the chicane, onto the brakes. The camber helps you. It's very easy to swap ends through the chicane, and onto the next part of the circuit, into the street section, as I like to call it, because the walls are very close on either side. Here he comes, gets his braking absolutely spot on there. Through underneath the hotel.
It's a very solid lap.
It's a very solid lap. I think this could be provisional pole time, if not second place. Here he comes. Underneath the bridge, through the final corner, onto the power, getting a little bit sideways, and comes to the line. It's a 32.8 from Josh, and that is provisional pole for now. Can the others beat it?
Yeah, for now is the key word there, mate. That's MLA is probably going to be. I'm going to focus on him so we can see his last lap, as he's currently on it right now. So who will not be setting on that? Jesse, I think, will be the only driver not to be setting a new lap. Maybe Josh as well might be done. Julian's
not improved. He's timed that wrong, actually. He just came across the line as the checkered flag dropped, so he's not had enough time.
Here comes MLA. They're currently in 16th position. We know he can do a lot better than that. So hopefully we can possibly see him within the top 10.
The fastest Squeezy's gone and done it. 132.875, a hundredth of a second faster than Josh. Here comes MLA on his final qualifying lap. Can he get himself inside the top 10 on the ultra softs? He comes to the line. It's 11th. A couple of thousand separating him from the top 10. Now, what about Blizzard? Blizzard is on a lap. Odem's also on a lap. Neo coming through the final corner now. On the Hypersoft tyres, can Neo spring a surprise? He comes across the line. He goes pole! 851, 200ths of a second. Can Blizzard do anything?
I told you, I did say, didn't I, that I think Neo and Squeezy could easily get up in this fight. What can Blizzard do?
He's hit the wall. He's collided with the wall there. Here he comes through the last section of corners.
I don't know how much that would affect him.
Francis across the line. Francis doesn't improve too much. Blizzard comes across the line. He can't do it.
Odems,
can he do it? Can Odems get on pole on the last race of the season? Here he comes towards the finish line. He comes across the line. No! Neo has got his first pole position in One Hub in the last race of the season. Fantastic job from him.
All I'll say is that the top 6 are separated by less than 2 tenths.
Indeed it was, and an interesting front row.
MLA gets dropped down to 16th after all that.
Oh, what a qualifying. What a way to round out the last qualifying session of the season. And it's going to be Neo with his very first pole position of the season by 200. Look at the gap between down to 4th. 600 separating 4 drivers. Unbelievable. I mean, Blizzard gets knocked down to 5th. And an interesting third row. Blizzard sharing the third row with Julian. Josh and Odems alongside each other, and Neo and Squeezy sharing the front row. Wayne Lakitu, Elku, and James Slater with a top 10 start there in the invisible car. Jesse,
flag.
Francis, Malloy, Samu, Simon, MLA down in 16th, Ollie, Rafa all the way down in 18th, Nick and Schofield are rounding out the grid, but that is close as anything, and it's Neo on the front of the grid.
All I'll say is that all the drivers there were separated then by, apart from Rafa, who was on the super softs, were separated by less than a second and a half. That just shows how close the contest is here. MLA's got a job to do if he wants to get third, but we all know he'll be up for it. What can he do in his last one here at One Hub? Seems dry conditions, obviously, because we're in Abu Dhabi, so what else would you expect?
Yeah, well, although in Formula E it did rain in Saudi Arabia, so anything can really happen. But yeah,
Squeezy readies up, but I don't think that'll be too much of an issue at this point.
yeah,
I think so. It's the last one of the season. I don't think the stewards will be too particularly bothered by these kind of actions. Obviously, if it was any other part of the season, we'd be like, oh no. But Ollie as well. I think have they been given the go ahead? No, but I don't think at this point, it's all that much of a big deal. With penalties won't really matter as everyone just readies up because. So then here we go, formation lap. Neo and Squeezy. Here we go. This is a completely different front row to the norm, but it's interesting.
Interesting to see Blizzard finding himself all the way down in 5th position, which is quite low for him. He's taken pole I think he's taken 3 in a row up to Abu Dhabi. So it's been a little while now. Just having a look at the tyre strategies. All the top 10 on Hypersofts, a little bit of a mix outside the top 10. Jesse going for Ultrasofts, Malloy, Samu, and MLA on Ultrasofts. Then Francis, Ollie, Rafa, Nick, and Schofield are all opting for the super soft tyre. But Neo, he's been a little bit of a dark horse in the latter part of the season, and he's put himself on pole against the caliber of driver he's got around him. Can he convert that into a win?
I wouldn't be surprised. Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I think we can see a surprise here, mate.
Yeah, but the gap was minuscule in qualifying when you think about it. It was 600s between the top 4. So this is going to be one of the closest races of the season right here.
I don't think you're wrong.
Keep an eye on also the guys outside the top 10. They're going to be going long into this race, so we'll see where they can end up after all of this.
Yeah, maybe that one stop will get them back in the fight, because you'd assume that most of the Hypersoft runners possibly going for 2 stops.
Yeah, just I see Josh and Blizzard going side by side in a little salute, I suppose. Josh out-qualifying Blizzard. It's been a little while since we've seen him out-qualify Blizzard, so nice job from Josh there.
Yeah, we always knew he had it in him. We've been saying all season, really. Josh, he's still battling for P3, but he's not really had the results, and now he decided to go very slow.
Yeah, and don't forget, Josh, Odems and MLA all in a battle for 3rd in the championship. So
they're on the same row as Odems and Josh. MLA, a ways back, but as the one stop may be MLA's favourite. It really depends on how well MLA gets away from the line. But I'll keep my eye on MLA, mate, as we go through the first bit and let you know how he gets on as you set out the front.
So the entire field is in a Williams sandwich. We've got one at the front and one at the back. Schofield are rounding out the grid in the Williams. A full 20-car grid, round 21. A long season of racing is about to come to a climax here in Abu Dhabi. Neo on pole position, Squeezy alongside him. The lights come on for the final time in One Hub Prestige Tier. 5 red lights. Lights out, and away we go. Neo gets away well, Squeezy gets away well, but it's not as good as Neo's start, and he comes through into turn 1, he gets the whole shot. Josh on the outside, he's going to get done by Odems, I think. O's on the inside, and Neo's off! He's bottled it already in the first corner. Squeezy leads, Josh second. Blizzard fighting with Odems on the inside. Is he trying to get past Odems? Yes, he is on the outside line. Odems now down the inside, he takes 2 in 1. Odems through to second place. Josh squeezes him off the road. Julian's trying to come through as well, following Blizzard. Contact made. Odems down the inside, but Blizzard has got them all. He's gone around the outside and into second place. What a crazy start. Neo has absolutely bottled it.
Yes, he does. That was a mouthful there. Congratulations, mate. I couldn't have done that. But yeah, unfortunately for Neo, just not the start he was looking for. Very, very difficult here. Neo's tried any way he can get through. Jesse has to lock his tyres just to make sure he doesn't go to the back of that Williams. The Williams just didn't get away from the start as well as you think, and he just lost a bit of grip. Unfortunately, people like MLA and all that, MLA got stuck. He's in 17th right now, trying to go up against Simon. What can he do? He's on the outside here. MLA has to go off the track to avoid the back of Rafa. Oh no. Oh, MLA, he's gone down to 18th.
Yeah, let's
he's
keep an
got
eye
Nick behind him now.
Keep an eye up front of this battle, this train. As Odems has lagged into the back of Blizzard there. That was kind of a scary moment. He's fine though, continues on, but oh, a crazy start. Neo just lost the back end through turn 1, and it puts Squeezy in the lead by 2 seconds.
I keep your eye on Francis and Samu. Contact made. They go wide, and I don't know whether the second one comes to the pits here. It looks like
Neo.
Right, yes, and Neo's in the pits. But here comes Malloy as well on these guys. What can Malloy do? Unfortunately, Ferrari there just has nowhere to go. He gets ran off the
Ollie's
road.
out.
Ollie's retired there. Sad time for him. But what a devastating start for the pole sitter.
Safety car. The first appearance of the safety car. Wow.
What? I don't think we'll see any strategy change-ups. Maybe
No.
the Hypersoft runners will go on to the Supers if they can last that long.
Yeah, well, it depends how long the safety car stays out for, but if
I was them, I would change it because the Hypersofts are going to die very quickly. I would just go. I'd run the risk, mate, because if Neo can do the one stop.
Yeah, that might have saved Neo
Yeah.
actually. That might have just saved Neo. That safety car. He's going to get back onto the back of the field. He's on the super softs. He's going to be going to the end, I would imagine.
Yes.
But Squeezy, he took it over, but couldn't quite get away. Safety car came out at the wrong time. Blizzard absolutely got away like a madman from 5th on the grid.
Odemso currently in 3rd. Would love that win. Otherwise, his record is broken as he wears a lovely purple pinky helmet. I don't know why I'm looking at helmets. I love helmets.
Look at the biggest movers. Blizzard up 3, Rafa up 5. Lakitu and Elkud. Lakitu is running well there. P6 just behind Julian. He had a little go at going past Julian there, but not quite. But I think, when was the last time we saw the safety car? Have we seen it all season?
We must have. Early on, I think.
Yeah, really early on.
As the ghost colour James Slater says, I'm getting off these hypers.
Yeah, there is still nobody at the wheel of that Force India, or Racing Point, should I say? Well, it's still 2018. We can still call it Force India.
Yeah, I believe we're going by 2018 class day. Simon also comes in. I don't know if that's a wing change or just a tyre change up.
Simon in, Nick in, Scopefielder in.
What is this? A free stop here. I don't think you can make the Ultrasoft last, but good on you boys. Neo now will get a few free positions.
Right, safety car takes control of the field on the back straight.
It's going to be interesting. James Slater will just be ahead of Neo, but apart from that, Nick will be at the back. Nick's got a pit lane glitch. Nick has got a pit lane glitch.
Nick is stuck in the pit lane in the Renault, and that's going to be it for his race. That's a real shame. Oh, Blizzard's hit the back of Squeezy. His wing's gone. Oh,
he's having a laugh.
I am not. There is bits of carbon fiber flying off of that Alfa Romeo. He's hit the back of Squeezy. No. They've been going at it in qualifying, and I think it's happened again. Blizzard got too close to the back of him, and he's gone and hit him.
Is that going to fix it? I don't know. It's a fix to the glitch. I don't know. Nick is going to try everything he knows.
Unbelievable.
Get it sorted. Come on, Renault, get it sorted, mate. We want Nick out on the circuit, not in the pit lane, but
So yeah, Blizzard hitting the back of Blizzard hitting the back of Squeezy.
Is it enough for a pit?
Oh yeah, there was a massive amount of damage on the left-hand side. There was a lot of.
Oh, he's
hit him again. He's hit him again. He's hit him again and again. He's not. This is not. This is definitely. He's not happy at all. This is a little feud that's going on between Blizzard and Squeezy, but it looks things. He's hitting him again. And he's into the pit lane. He's into the pit lane. Yep, with 4 wing change now. Obviously, the safety car is going to help him. In that regard, he'll be able to get onto the. He's going to change the tires and get a new wing.
All I'll say, mate, is if these guys are in your tier next year's Prestige, if they watch out.
Yeah, Squeezy and Blizzard. I think a new rivalry potentially happening.
Neo now has overtaken Blizzard, so Blizzard will be miles at the back.
Yeah, he's on the ultra soft tires. He's onto the. That puts Old M's P2, Josh P3, Julian P4, Elku's up in P6.
Blizzard, I think Blizzard will easily catch up to the back on ultra softs. Would you have gone for supers, or do you think it's impossible to make those supers last the rest of the way?
I don't know if it's going to be able to. You're going to be able to make them last. Well, the safety car is going to help a little bit, but it's going to be a bit of an ask to get them to last that long. But we've been wrong before.
Yeah, I feel like this is a nice way. I just feel really sorry for Nick. I'll be frank. I like, you know, he can't compete no longer here because of a stupid glitch. That really, I hope, isn't in next year's game.
Yeah, let's hope so. Just see on board with the ghost car of James Slater. You just see.
I mean, this is more of an episode of Scooby-Doo than it is One Hub Racing.
Yeah. Raf has done well to get himself up to just outside the points.
Yes. MLA as well on the brink of the points now here. Can he make the move? Safety car isn't coming in.
It's a long safety car period. Well, we'll see.
These hypers runners may have to come in, you know.
Yeah, if the safety car doesn't come in, if the lights don't go out in the next couple of corners, then it's going to be a little bit. No, it's definitely
Squeezy.
No, it's not coming in. The lights haven't come out on it. It's staying out. He's waiting to see. He's waiting to see if the safety car is going to stay out, and I think it is going to stay out for another lap. So he's going to decide: do I come in?
Delve in. I would delve in. He's going to stay out.
He's going to stay out. He thinks about it. Odem's. They're trying to get some heat in the tires. As you can see, we're going to have one more lap of safety car by the looks of things.
Hopefully we're not stuck under safety car. As the pit crew have just given up with Nick now. They're like, no, alright.
Honestly, that would be hilarious if we were stuck under safety car for the rest of the race.
Here we go with a Squeezy Odems. Josh, Julian, look, we'd red flag it and restart. No?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Which would then give Ollie and Nick another go.
Yeah, I can't see the safety car. The safety car minimum period is 3 laps of safety car. So this is our 3rd lap. Odems takes the lead.
Mate, it's only a dream for now, mate. You have to do it on the green flag conditions.
I think he's having a little word with Squeezy, shouting it over at him. Don't think he's too happy with what happened with Blizzard. There's a bit of debris flying in the background of someone. You see everybody. We got a Kimi Räikkönen moment there. Ferrari, everybody else weaving, and the Ferrari not moving at all. That's beautiful. Squeezy, Olems is being a little bit wise to him. I think he saw that if he gets too close, he risks losing his wing.
Right, hopefully the safety car will come in. Otherwise, I see all the drivers boxing. If this isn't a lap that they come in, safety car comes in. I see all the drivers boxing. Safety car is
in this lap. So, the Hypersoft runners will only have, I think, about another 2 laps before they gotta come in.
Yeah, I reckon they should have boxed. You know.
Look how slow Squeezy's going to back the field up.
He's just doing it. I think he's doing it to pee off Odems. I think a little bit now.
A little bit.
He knows he's a bit of a villain.
Yeah, because remember they have to wait for the safety car to enter the pit lane before they can go racing again. The safety car is currently still on the circuit, but Squeezy
I'm
really
follow Blizzard,
backing them up.
You follow the front. I'll follow Blizzard. I want to see how quickly Blizzard can get through here.
They're doing 20 miles an hour. Squeezy's opened the throttle a little bit there, and just trying to catch Odems off guard.
It's like a little car parade at the minute. No one can really go too quick.
They're doing 20 miles an hour through these corners. Squeezy is really backing them up. Green flag. Squeezy's still backing them up. So they're still battling the back of them. He hasn't gone. Odems is trying to capitalise by trying to come around the outside. Squeezy goes. Lakitu's actually done Julian. He's caught him napping. And Lakitu's into P4 as we go on to lap number 6, sorry, of this race in Abu Dhabi. It's Squeezy from Odems, from Josh, from Lakitu, from Julian. Odems trying to catch it and Squeezy off guard, but Squeezy was wise to it.
Blizzard's on a mission right now, mate. He's up 3 positions already. Jumped 2 on the safety car restart.
He's managed to do Neo, and that looks like Rafa running wide. MLA
he's in the back of James Slater. Dear.
MLA around the outside of Rafa. Can he get that done? Yes, he can. Can Rafa come back at him? Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back down the inside. A lovely dive bomb, and he's managed to get it done. And Blizzard trying to come through as well. Blizzard is absolutely flying like a madman through the field. He needs to get up. Rafa's trying to find the space. He's still alongside. Rafa's still there. They're going to go 3 abreast here if they're not careful. And McLaren barges through a load of... Rafa's disappeared. Oh, God, he's died. Oh, broken legs. Rafa is into the wall. He's just straight lined that. He's just straight lined that. I don't know. I really don't know. Rafa's just killed himself.
Going side by side.
Rafa just killed himself. Blizzard manages to get up the inside of MLA. Wayne and Malloy going at it as well.
Threatening images here. We apologise for the images you just saw there.
Yeah, that's horrific.
As of right now here, there's the other runner of Wayne under pressure from Francis, who in turn is under pressure from Samu, who will soon be under pressure from Blizzard. But so far, Squeezy is on an absolute rampage. Yeah. Squeezy loses it! Oh my lord, Squeezy lost it!
That was very close to binning it.
I just don't want to do this anymore, man.
Wayne and Francis in. It looks like there's wing damage on Wayne's car. Elku's starting to pressure the back of Julian. Julian kind of struggling a little bit. Got caught napping on the safety car restart, and that's Blizzard around the outside of turn 3. That was brave. He's got that done around the outside of Samu. Back into the points.
Good job there by Blizzard.
Right, let's see if they're going to be making any moves. It looks like Julian's going to come back at Lakitu.
Neo's got MLA.
Here comes Julian on Lakitu on the inside. The 2 Germans about to trade blows. Julian trying to come up the inside. He does so. Lakitu locks up on the outside, gives him space. And Lakitu comes back up the inside, but Julian hangs it around the outside. We got a yellow flag sector 1 and 2. Trying to see, that is Wayne stopped in the stadium section. That car looks like it's going to be retired.
All I'll say, mate, is I was really worried that Julian was about to do a Nico Hulkenberg.
And Wayne is out. The 2 McLarens are out. Oh, that looks like a dive bomb from somebody.
Simon.
Yeah.
Simon got.
Yeah. Well, Neil's trying to come back through. He's trying to get it back into the points.
Josh and Odems and Squeezy is struggling, you know, because he was miles away off the restart, and now he's losing time. He's in.
He's in.
Will
the pit
Odems
lane.
Follow suit? No, Josh will though.
Josh is going to follow. Julian stays out. Lakitu stays out. Elku's right there.
Tell you what, yes he is.
He's all over the back of Lakitu as well. The 2 Haas's are actually right next to each other. Lakitu runs wide.
Lakitu makes a mistake.
He's run wide through turn 1. Keeps the throttle down. Up through turn 2, 3. I think Elku's going to have his opportunity down the main straight. Down the back straight,
Something tells me, you know, that, luckily enough for the pit stops, Squeezy and Josh are in completely free air.
MLA with a penalty.
But
Josh with a penalty as well. Josh picked up a penalty there.
Jesse's made a march.
Yeah, here comes Elku. I think he's got the DRS. Lakitu does not. Here he comes, the Haas trying to come around the outside, late on the brakes. Lakitu holds the middle of the track. Round the outside comes the Haas driver, snicks up the inside, little bit of contact made. And here comes Jesse to take him as well. Can Jesse take the other Haas as well? Elku does not have DRS. Can Jesse pick him off? Here he comes. Elku holds the inside. Jesse onto the outside line, late on the brakes. He's on the Ultrasofts too as well. He's doing super well. And Lakitu trying to come back up the inside. Malloy's right there too, trying to come around the outside. Blizzard's there as well. Takes Lakitu on the inside. There's wing damage there for Lakitu. Lakitu definitely got some wing damage off of that, but Blizzard's back up to 5th.
I tell you what though here, Elku He had a good race in Monaco. Can he have another good one today? Julian and Blizzard, Julian and Odem surely in this lap.
Let's have a look. Odem's in. Julian's going to stay
Julian
out.
not.
Elku going to
Is
stay out.
Julian going to try an audacious strategy of trying to make the Ultra Softs work?
Well, why the hell not? Blizzard with the fastest lap. He's right up behind the two Haas cars here towards turn 1. I'm going to keep an eye as well on where Oldhams is going to come out. Squeezy is currently coming down the main straight, so he's going to jump him quite substantially.
Same with Josh.
Oh, Blizzard's hit the back of Jesse again. There's more wing damage for him. Francis
Was it two? Was it a lot? Or
trying to find some space. This is going to be a 3 abreast moment, I think. Here
was
comes.
There a lot of damage on Blizzard? Do you think?
I think he's going to survive, but here comes Jesse on Elku. The two Hasses trading places here as they come down the main straight. Watch out for the Alfa Romeo of him as well. Jesse, Elku trying to come around the back, around the outside, and Blizzard's there too. Hanging it around the outside, gives him the space. Elku leaves him the space, and Blizzard hangs it around the outside and takes 3rd place. Now he chases after Jesse in P2. Also, one to watch is the Renault of Malloy, who's right behind them as well. He goes, oh, he has to take avoiding action. He spun the car.
My Lord.
What a save from the Renault.
Neo as well.
Neo's on the charge.
Who isn't going to again by the choice of tie, you would think. Interestingly, I don't know whether Julian's going to stay out for as long as possible and try and do a hyper salt cruise, but there's no way that's going to work, surely.
Keeping an eye on Blizzard. Julian is keeping an eye on him. Is he going to come in? Yes. No. He's extending that. Oh, a lot of penalties coming in now, and that looks like Elku in.
Yeah, Elku's in. Tell you what though, it seems the earlier you boxed, the less time you lost. Because Odams is miles behind Josh and Squeezy.
Yeah. Elku's gonna come. He's gonna change onto a new set of the super soft tires.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, thank God that was just a pit lane glitch. I thought he was stuck in the box.
Sector 3, Francis is out of this race. I think that was a retirement in the pit lane.
Tell you what though, Elku is a little bit, you know,
Squeezy's in a lot of traffic here.
Odem.
Squeezy's in quite a lot of traffic. Look at the amount of drivers he's got to get through. He's alongside Simon right now. Simon's got DRS. That's why he's able to keep up with him. Josh is 1.2 behind Simon. Is he going to find a little bit of contact made? What about Blizzard and Jesse? Can Blizzard make the move? He's alongside the Haas as they run down towards this section here on the outside. Oh, there's contact!
Ooh.
He's had to take avoiding action. Goes straight on at the chicane. I think Jesse's going to let him through, and he gets a penalty because he cut the chicane. Oh, that was a scary moment. Very scary moment.
Yes, I don't think there's any damage between the two of them, but this has been a very interesting race. 10 laps in already. Neo though is not that far behind Blizzard anymore.
Neo is right there. Oh, Malloy loses the back end there a little bit. Jesse trying to stick with Blizzard here.
Julian is in.
Yeah, at last.
I'm mean to see what tyre choice he goes for. Because if he's going for the supers, I'd be very confused. I'd be like, why didn't you go out there? He's going for supers. So I think he's just trying a completely different strategy.
Another penalties, raft of penalties coming in now. Squeezy siding through the field, and that Josh and Oldhams are kind of stuck behind these Ferraris. As I think Jesse tried to come back past Blizzard. Blizzard's gone wide, bouncing over the curves. He's jumped, and here comes Jesse back down the inside. Blizzard using the space on the inside. That Alfa Romeo took flight off those curves. Neo as well, double dive bomb. Can he make that work? Neo on the way. He's trying to come back through. Remember, he crashed on the first corner. He's on the super soft. Here he comes. Can he take Jesse as well? He's taking Neo on the inside. Trying to find space on the inside of Jesse. Trying to get it on the brakes here. Gonna go late on the brakes. Blizzard a little bit slow on entry. Jesse still there on the outside. He's gonna hold on, I think. Squeezy making moves here. Getting past.
MLA is 5th.
He is indeed 5th. Here comes Jesse on Blizzard. Look at the overspeed he's got. Trying to come around the outside of the Alfa Romeo. And doesn't quite get it done. Wow, here comes Neo on the inside, slipping it up the inside. Caught him napping there, that was nice.
Had to. Right now, I've got a lovely shot here. I'm going to continue watching Neo. I feel like Neo could be the guy to win the... Blizzard makes a mistake!
Blizzard's wide! And now watch Neo trying to get the cut back, a little bit of
Neo!
contact.
Neo with contact. Blizzard loses the back end.
Loses the back end again. Neo's going to have him easily, or one of these. Squeezy making his way past MLA. Squeezy's absolutely flying. He's caught the lead group already.
MLA's in. Josh and Odem's been really... To be fair, MLA may get lucky here, because I don't know whether these guys will be able to make their ultras last if MLA's coming in this early. So MLA could still walk away with this. Josh is in, again.
He's got wing damage then. That's surely why. Or is he just changing the strategy? Yeah, no. Wing damage. Squeezy past Malloy. He's right on the back of the lead battle already.
Blizzard and Jesse now.
Yeah, Neo took the lead. Neo definitely took the lead. He took it off Blizzard. We missed that move. But Neo took the lead, and Jesse now trying to come past Blizzard. Squeezy's got to be careful here. He's getting the overspeed on these guys. Is he going to try a dive bomb on Jesse? Oh, he thinks about it. Jesse hits the back of Blizzard. Blizzard has to take avoiding action, and Squeezy's going to take the two of them, I think. And he does. Blizzard gets another penalty because of the... He has to cut the chicane.
But here comes Blizzard and Squeezy next to each other now.
Oh, this is...
Here comes Malloy on Jesse.
Malloy in the Renault.
No, couldn't do anything about it.
I tell you what, Scope Fielder's in this too. He started last on the grid.
I think we'll see Scope Fielder going to the bits. Squeezy and Blizzard now. Here comes Squeezy.
Oh, this is going to be a little bit messy. Squeezy's trying to find the room on the inside. Oh, he's hit the back of him. Wow, he's ruined his race. He's ruined his race. No. Unbelievable scenes. Blizzard cuts the chicane again. Squeezy, this is surely Neo's race now. Unless he can...
You never know, do you? You never know.
I genuinely don't know who's going to win this.
Well, Squeezy's not in, so clearly it can't be that much of damage, but Blizzard's got so many penalties, not even of his own fault. I was like, I'm always in, so there you go.
Yeah,
but Odems is not far off this now.
So Blizzard, Squeezy's got a lot of wing damage. Thanks to that contact. Blizzard bouncing over the curbs.
He seems pretty comfortable though. Just Squeezy.
Yeah, he seems to... Yeah, Blizzard looks like he's got damage too. That's the only thing. Jesse right behind him. Scopefielder driving one hell of a race, but he's got... Somehow Odems has managed to close up to these guys
Malloy is also stuck in the pits. It's a Renault glitch. That's what it is. It's the Renault boys.
That is such a shame. Malloy was running so well. There's Odems past Scopefielder for 5th place. He's chasing after the lead group. I think Odems can potentially sniff a victory.
He could, and I think what tire is I think Odems might have to box again though, whereas Neo, so I don't think he does. Squeezy though is going to try everything he has in that Toro Rosso. He's right on the back of Neo, considering the wing damage. It's not affecting him too much. He must have a very stable setup.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? That he's able to hold it together. Now he's going to struggle through this corner. Neo's going to put up no fight. Squeezy's on the inside, taking the lead of the race, away from Neo. Odems on the inside of Jesse. He's going to hang it around the outside underneath the hotel, and he's got it done. And Blizzard super sideways.
Will Blizzard box, you know?
No, he's going to try and stay out. Oh, he's made a mistake. And Odems comes up the inside there, and now he needs to chase after this lead group. Jesse gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And Julian about to swap positions with James Slater. He goes through. So, what a race. We're halfway through this race, and the action has been insane.
I think my pick is to win at the minute: Squeezy, Neo, and Odems. Neo isn't as fast as the Ultra Soft runners, and Odems, as far as I'm aware, he's on the youngest of the tyres. Yeah, Neo, there's no way he's going to make those tyres last, I don't think. I think he might as well box for the rest of the boys.
Julian coming through too. Julian's on a new set of the Super Softs, remember? So,
yeah, I think he can definitely make those last. He can definitely make those last.
Look at this, Scopefielder trying to make a move on Blizzard. Here he comes, on the outside, getting it done on the brakes. Can he do it? The Swede around the outside of Blizzard, and he's got it done.
Does Blizzard have wing damage then, or...?
I think he does. He must do. Scopefielder's driving a blinder here. He's on the same strategy as Blizzard, so he's on his way through, and Odems, he's catching.
Lord. Blizzard!
Oh, is he off? He is. He spun the car. Squeezy's got a penalty now as well, which puts Neo in the lead. But now Odems is right there. We've got a hell of a battle on our hands.
Yes, we do.
Lap 15 of
Blizzard,
28.
This is surely a pit stop for Blizzard. No. Yes, it is. I don't know whether we'll see Blizzard retire now. But,
Not too sure, but I think the move for the lead could be on very shortly.
My thing is, Jack, I've got a question. It all comes down to, does Neo do the safe strategy and box with these guys? No.
Well, he's about to
or
get...
does he run the risk?
Well, he's about to get absolutely mugged by Odems unless he can hold him off. Odems with the...
Unless his braking is superb. Odems not catching as much as we've seen.
Oh, he goes for a big dive bomb. He goes for a big dive bomb. Neo sees him coming. Leaves him to space, but now Odems will have the exit.
He definitely licked the stamp and sent it there.
Yeah, and here
Neo
he comes.
just has nothing to say.
Nothing to answer for, and Odems is through to second place. And chases after Squeezy. Now Odems does have a penalty, but so does Squeezy. And Julian making the move on Scopefielder. He's coming through as well. And Julian's still a factor in this race.
Julian can win it if we... Because you'd assume the other three have to box, right?
Yeah, and then whenever Squeezy's running around with wing damage.
Blizzard's on hypersauce, he's going for the fastest lap.
Yeah. He already has it. Sorry, Francis had it, but he's trying to take that back off him. Olem's getting a little bit sideways there. They've managed to gap Neo already.
If I was Neo, I'd come into the pits, strap on the new set of Ultra Softs. Really? What would you do, mate?
Well, I'm not a racer, so I don't know, but I think I would agree with you. I think he needs a fresh set of boots. But here comes Oldems. Squeezy's wide, bouncing over the curbs, and Squeezy lets him through, and Oldems is through to the lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
It is my worst nightmare. Thinking, but yeah, I mean, Squeezy, I don't know why you let him through. I don't know, that's just a bit of playful banter. Whether Squeezy genuinely has an issue here, because Oldems is already 7/10 up.
Yeah, and Julian's closing a little bit. So they've got to watch out.
Or is that Neo's strategy? You know, let Odems kind of tow them away.
Elku makes the move on James Slater. James Slater still with an empty cockpit.
Tell you what, considering that car has no driver, to be in P7 is a good result.
Yeah, Squeezy's not letting go of the back of Odems, as you can see.
So did Squeezy let him through?
Yes, I think he backed off on the curb because I think there would be
Odems
contact
has
otherwise.
A penalty.
So does
Odems
Squeezy.
has a penalty. So this is literally a battle. I don't think Neo does, but I'm not too sure. Check for you.
I don't think he does.
He has one warning to his name, but no penalty. Tell you what, Neo, you're not watching, mate, but I'd put on a new set of boots for you.
Yeah.
Odems is flying now.
Yep, he's trying to get the gap because he knows he needs the 3 seconds to try and hold on to Scopefielder. Finally pits.
14 laps on the Ultra Softs. Will he put on another set of those? You think?
Yes, he does.
Yep. Good job there from the Williams. This has probably been one of the strongest races of the season.
Yeah, very, very strong race for them. It's going to put Josh back into the points, but Scofield is going to be on a fresh set of the Ultra Soft tyre. Almost
I don't
bins
think
it.
it'll be too long until Neo overtakes Squeezy. I think Squeezy needs a new set of boots more than anyone.
Well, it's not going to be long until Julian closes in because he's caught a second in the lap.
I think Julian may be the favourite to win, you know.
Well, Olems is pulling away very, very quickly. He's pulled about 2 seconds. You can see the gap he's pulled already.
Unfortunately, here MLA and Josh aren't factors in this race, so it looks pretty clear cut that P3 of the season will go to Odems. unfortunately, for those guys. But
Yeah.
for us here, it's been a pretty interesting season for the three of them. None of them have standout seasons, but have been very solid throughout the course of the season.
Yeah, of course, Oldham should have his name. It's details to why, but yeah, Josh had an up and down season. He put on the performances, but is winless this season. And
Squeezy and Neo
are in.
Squeezy and Neo. Interesting.
Julian, of course, stays out because he's on the newest tyres of anybody in the top 10.
I'll tell you what then, is this Odem's going to do the overcut? Or is he... There's no way he's going to make those last 19 laps.
Squeezy onto the Ultrasofts, and...
Oh, Squeezy goes for a wing change!
Yeah, remember he got wing damage out of hitting the back of Blizzard.
Now he's stuck in the pits, he's not.
That brings Josh back into it. He's actually going to jump.
It does.
He's going to get ahead of Neo. He comes out in front of Neo, so interesting
strategy. He may get in
strategy.
front of Odems as well, if Odems is to pit.
Yeah, there's the key to, and James Slater's teammate swapping positions. The key to now into 4th place. Blizzard, another penalty. He's not having a good day.
Tell you what here, mate. I think we might be seeing some of these... Oh, yeah.
Yellow flag in sector 1. That's Blizzard doing donuts. Blizzard. It's Blizzard doing donuts.
I think that means he's going to retire now. He's got his fast.
So Neo's got past Josh. Josh didn't fight, but yeah, it's probably going to be a retirement of Blizzard, who's now driving the wrong way. Well, I thought he was driving the wrong way. That was just the perspective. He's actually fine.
Right, we're going to see Odems come into the pits now, surely. Well, how much time would he have lost, if any, to these guys?
Well, he hasn't lost any time to Julian. I can say that. Yeah, I think he's gonna have to respond. In he comes.
He is.
This could be tight.
He's technically responding to Josh more than anyone else.
Yeah,
really.
Because Josh is actually Well, Neo...
I don't know what the results would do to it. Would that give Josh...
Oh, Squeezy sent the Ferrari around. He's collided with a Ferrari and he sent him round. Oh, Josh is retired. Oh, he's crashed. Oh, Josh. He's put it in the wall in the last sector. Oh, unbelievable. I think Odems is going to come out in the net race lead. He is. He's going to come out in front of Neo by quite the margin. He's going to come out. I think MLA pushed him off the road a little bit there as Odems tried to find the space on the outside. That was almost ending in tears.
How you want this MLA back into it, you know?
It does indeed.
MLA can run to the end here.
Squeezy down the inside of Scope Fielder.
Can we see Lakitu and Elku get on the podium?
We could, you know.
Elku has run a very solid race. Scope Fielder and Squeezy now.
Yeah, Odems making the move past MLA. He had to take some avoiding action. I think he's going to need some new pants after that one. And Blizzard is out in the last race of the season. Pretty torrid race for him anyway, so not too surprised.
What would this result do to who will get P3 then, as things stand between these two?
It should go to Odems. He's currently the one with the most points of all of these guys. I think
if MLA was to beat him in P4, would he get it, or would Odems...
He would not, because he's 10. He needs to outscore him by 10.
So it's essentially game over for MLA. Anyway, it's Jello's in sector 3.
Squeezy's in the wall. Squeezy's in the wall, and that's him out of the contention for this race win.
It's been a messy, strange ending as MLA now loses a position to Neo as well.
Neo makes the move, and
so we got Julian in the net race lead.
He's got 12 seconds in hand over Odems. And Squeezy's now out of the race. We've lost half the field. Julian's going slowly.
Safety car!
Safety car's out again! Oh, unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable scenes.
Does Julian pit? Does he pit?
Surely he's got to. Surely he's got to.
Could he... Oh, man. Does this mean that all the super soft... Does this mean all the super soft on his box... Put on a new set of softer comp. I'd still put on the ultra softs because I think the hypers will still die towards the end of this. Actually, then there'd be a 3 laps in safety car. It'll be interesting. I would put on the ultras, but some drivers may put on the hypers. But Squeezy has just made this really interesting.
He has bringing out that safety car, but Olem's he's still on a fresh set of ultra softs.
Yeah, I don't think I think we could see Odom set the rest lead, you know.
Yep, I think we could. 2 safety cars.
What's going on, Codemasters? Can you explain? Do you know it's the season finale of One Hub?
It looks like everybody's losing their heads. Yeah,
Julian's in. What tire would he go for?
He's got it surely the ultra softs. Only 8 laps to go. Or could he go for the hypers? Oh, he's got a drive-through! No! Oh, he's bottled it! Oh,
no.
He's gone for the hyper softs.
He only has to lead by 2 seconds because everyone else is penalised.
Elku in, Lakitu in, Olems is definitely going to stay out.
He does. Neo stays out.
Remember, he's got to stick to a delta. Julian does not. As he comes out of the pit lane, who's going to come out in the lead?
Split Neo.
Olems got him. Olems has got him just.
As MLA's in for a new set of hyper soft tyres. Well, this just changes everything. James Slater's ghost car now goes into P6.
Yeah, the key 2 is going to come out P5 on a fresh set of the hypersofts. This is going to be about a 5-lap sprint to the end.
Yes, it would. It will be interesting.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Nope. Odin's got to be a bit wide though, because Julian on fresh hypers will be lightning fast off the start. Malloy's retired, not surprising because the Renault pit crew went on holiday. They didn't come to Abu Dhabi apparently.
Now, this drive-through is going to drop Julian right to the back. Now, does he take it under safety car?
Or he can just get a fight. What happens if you don't take it?
Well, he'll get a 20-second penalty. I think that's what it's worth.
Is it 20?
Well, it takes 20 seconds to go through the pit lane.
Can you take it under safety car in the game?
I can't see. Well, that'll be an interesting one. I'm not sure.
Because I know you can't in real life, because obviously not that much difference. But it's that a game thing here. Is Julian just out of contention?
You get
now?
Disqualified if you don't serve it. So it's a full-on disqualification if you don't serve it.
He's got to.
And you can't under safety car. You can't serve it under safety car. Right.
Interesting.
So he's going to have to wait a lap after the safety car comes in before he can take it.
Does he know this though, or is he just going to peel in?
Well, anyway, I think that's his race. His race is done.
It then opens it up to probably Neo. Really is the one person I think could challenge Odans.
Yeah, he's got no penalties. Can Odems build that gap? He needs to build that 3 seconds.
You know, I don't know because there's only a lap difference between the tyres here.
Well, pretty much everybody's on fresh tyres. MLA's P7, fresh hypersofts. Can he steal it?
Tell you what, I don't know. I wish I could tell you, but I just don't know anymore.
So I think the safety car is going to come in the end of this lap. Going to bring us to lap 23. It's going to bring us about 6 laps to the end.
I mean, we just say Codemasters giving us what a finale they've given us.
Yeah, I mean, MLA's last race. Could you ask for anything more?
Can he get at least a top 5? We'll find out.
Oh, well, it's been a race of attrition. We've lost half the field, almost.
Not surprised. It's a very tricky track. Unfortunately, the Bono pit crew just didn't turn up. So, since they needed a new set of boots, they were out of the race. So, but mate, here we go. It's the last little sprint of our commentary time together. Let's enjoy this one, as the drivers most certainly will as well.
Now let's see. We'll get if it's going to come in. We'll get the message at the end of this straight. Otherwise, we're going to have another lap. Looks like we're going to have another lap safety car.
We are indeed.
We're going to have another lap safety car. We're going to just go right. So it's going to be a 5-lap sprint to the end. It's a 5-lap sprint lobby.
There we go. Hopefully the drivers don't. Hopefully the drivers take it seriously and don't act like it is a 5-lap sprint lobby, because otherwise we'll have no drivers winning the session.
Well, then it could be a random winner at the end of the season.
Yeah, Simon on his debut.
Simon, yeah, P11, fresh Hypersofts, finds himself in an interesting position. Nick's still stuck in the pit lane there.
Do you think the people in? Do you think the remaining Renault workers are giving him a drink? Maybe some popcorn, just to settle down for this one.
Yeah, I think he's actually. I think he sat in the box with a cup of tea. I think, watching the race from the from.
Are you sure he's not controlling James Slater's ghost car?
Conspiracy, potentially.
Is our Force India and Renault working together? Who knows? We don't. But here we go then. One more lap for this kind of parade format, and every time these drivers are going to get more and more hungry as they wait.
Yeah, well, this is going to be the last lap of safety car. I would wager.
You'd hope. You would hope.
Yeah.
Because the more laps we get of this fast-paced racing, the better.
Well, Malloy's in the chat. He says, "I'd love some popcorn for the end of this race." Oh, so would we. We don't have time though.
Sweet or salt?
Oh, salted, mate.
Oh, mate, you are horrible.
What the hell is wrong with sweet popcorn? No. It's disgusting. Buttery salted popcorn is goat. Just don't even.
It's goat. Use acronyms on me now. Oh. No, man, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can do with a mix, just can't do with straight salt. Yeah, we can all agree that toffee is the worst.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, okay, right. So, should be getting to the end of the safety car period. The 2 safety cars in this race.
I'm interested to see what Julian does, you know.
Does he go all out, or does he? He's going to have to come straight into the pit lane to serve the drive-thru.
It's everything where he can serve it right at the very end. And he can just, on that 28 or 28, just pull into the pit lane right at the end.
That's a Michael Schumacher moment right there. He could cross the line. Remember, Michael Schumacher did that. Did a drive-thru on the last lap and crossed the line in first in the pit lane. So it depends where the I think they changed the rule because of that. I don't think you can serve it on the last lap. Because I think you'll just get disqualified when you cross the line.
I mean, does he just race anyway at this point?
Well, it'd be fun. It'd be fun to see, but you can see Oldham's not leaving as much of a gap as Squeezy did. He's waiting for that safety car to peel into the pit lane and backing up the field. We're gonna have it's a 4-lap sprint. We're gonna have a 5-lap sprint.
Almost goes into the back of Odem. Sorry, mate.
Wait, here we go. Odem's waiting for the green flag. He's going to come across the line, Sector 3, and we are green for 5 laps of sprint race here in One Hub Racing. Odem's got away very well from the line, and he's got to build a gap now. And let's have a look at the background. Nobody making any moves so far. Everybody keeping it clean in a single file formation. Elku now trying to put the pressure on Neo. Elku can smell a good result here. Trying to come up the inside of the Williams. Can he do it? No, he can't. He's got to have to back out. Lakitu following suit as well. So everybody kept it very clean, very sensible. James Slater in the ghost cars right there as well. MLA, Jesse, Samu, Schofielder and Simon all together. And look at Oldham's immediately defensive. Because he does not have DRS. They will not have DRS for I don't think until the next lap when it gets enabled after the safety car period. Everybody in single file.
Yes. If we had DRS there, it could have been a completely different story. But unfortunately we don't. But we do have Slipstream, and you know Slipstream is still quite a powerful thing.
Indeed, it is.
I'm just wondering here. I don't know whether Neo really got the X that he wanted. As now we got MLA under pressure from Jesse. As currently Samu is right on the back of that Haas.
Yeah, he is indeed. And MLA also put in the pressure on James Slater. You can see a gap has built immediately between those guys. The key to calling the concertina effect there. Neo's already dropped outside a second range of the guys up front. And Elku trying to follow him. Lakitu's also right there, right up behind that Haas. Julian's now got a penalty, a 3-second penalty to add to it, and he's continuing with racing. So I think he's just going to keep going.
Which could mean Odem's gets it. Luckily enough for Neo, he's got 2 warnings now, but no penalty. Technically, still in the net race lead.
Yeah, indeed he is. He's under pressure from Elku. Lakitu's run wide on the way through there as he tries to follow. But Julian...
Do you know what? If Odems and Julian can battle, brings Neo straight into this here, because Neo, although he's got Elku behind him, Elku not really gone side by side with him just
MLA
yet.
making the move on James Slater, trying to come past her side by side. Here we go. In the slipstream.
Sorry, I mean we shouldn't root for drivers, but come on, MLA, get an overtake.
Here we go. In the slipstream, is Julian going to make the move on Odems? He's gone for a dive bomb. He's tried it, and I think he's got it. But Odems will have the run and MLA around the outside, and there's been a problem for somebody further down. Sector 3, I don't know, nobody off there. Massive battle here between James Slater, Jesse. They're going 3 abreast as they try to work it all out. MLA comes out in 6th place. Samu trying to make a move through here as well. There's big contact between himself and James Slater. Has to take to the grass.
Yeah. Simon is keeping back from this one.
Oh, and
Elku,
Elku and Neo have caught right back up to the front.
Julian's kind of being another safety car. Odems will be raging, you know that.
He will be raging. This is like, remember, Lewis Hamilton and Rosberg in 2016. And Julian peels into the pit lane. He's serving his pit lane, his stop go. Or sorry, not his stop go, his drive through. He's going to drop right to the back of the field. DRS is enabled. Oh, we've got a race in our hands. 3 laps to go.
It gives MLA P5, but MLA can get on the back of these guys as well.
So Julian is going to be last to the pecking order. He's going to come out right at the back, and he's going to be finishing last by the looks of things. Do not count Elku out of this, by the way.
Do not count. Yeah, I think Neo just has to kind of play it safe now. He's only got 2 laps there. If he can kind of just keep.
There's Lakitu trying to move, and he comes through.
Oh, MLA, MLA. I don't think he has a penalty either.
I think he does.
He does, and he has 2 warnings as well. But here we go. This is gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, Lakitu's right there. He's going to be battling with Neo. Neo can. He's falling away, but he knows he only needs to keep within 3 seconds. I think all these guys are penalty. Here comes Lakitu now to take away 2nd place in the Grand Prix. He's on hypersoft tires. Neo holds it on the inside. Lakitu around the outside with a lovely move. Goes through. Neo's now got a penalty, and surely this brings Odems into the net race lead. Is this it at last?
Don't know. Neo looks mighty quick, mate.
Yeah, he does, but now he knows he needs to get a move on.
He does.
And MLA's only a second and a half behind.
I tell you what, Odems has got 2 warnings.
He's got to be careful. He's got 2 laps left. 2 laps.
Lakitu's got 2 penalties as well, so if Odems keeps it clean, Odems is net race leader, but yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, MLA is closing up to the back of this train. He can get on the podium here.
He can.
Oh, what a way to... It's his last 2 laps in one hub. And he can sniff a podium here. He's catching like a missile. Look at the gap he's gained. He's almost within DRS. This is an unbelievable drive from MLA. He's dragging Jesse with him as well. Jesse might actually overtake him here.
I'd hope not, but that's just me being a MLA fan. Obviously, I joined one hub back in season. I don't know what season it was. It was the 2nd season on F1 20. It was the 1st season F1 2017, so that would make it season 10, I think. And I have this guy's always been around since I've been here, and we're ashamed to see him go, but he's currently got 2 laps to go. Julian gets another penalty for his woes. As MLA makes a mistake there, runs a bit deep, but MLA, I tell you what though, here he's catching these guys like a rocket. However, it looks like when all said and done, Odems has got this one in the bag.
Yeah, well, we've got 1 more lap left to run, and anything can happen in 1 lap, and that's for sure.
Yeah, if Odems gets
there's a penalty for Odems again!
Neo's going to win the race! Neo's going to win the race!
Neo is going to win this race if he keeps it together. If he keeps it together for 1 more lap, Neo will get his first race win in 1 hub. Odems again with the bottle.
Also, MLA would overtake Lakitu and Elku. So
he's going to get a podium.
MLA's on the podium.
Unbelievable scenes, but he might just
Maybe
do it on
not on
track
that.
anyway.
Maybe not on I don't know here whether he'll overtake Odems as well. I mean, I think the gap's just a bit too far.
Yeah, look
But,
at MLA, he's right with them. He's on Hypersoft tyres, remember, and he might just have a little goal at getting past them anyway. It's his final lap ever in one hub.
Odems needs to only stretch the gap by 4 more tenths.
He needs to increase the gap by 4 more tenths, did you say?
Yes, that's the gap. It's currently 2.9, actually it's 5 tenths. Make that 7 tenths. The assistance of DRS for Neo just helped him out a little bit there. I think Neo's got this one in the bag, mate.
Yeah, potentially in only his first season, his first couple of races, MLA is going defensive versus Jesse. He's got to defend to get this podium. Jesse's having a little go on the outside. He's got to defend, and he does. He's managed to snatch the constructors from Mercedes earlier in the season in Mexico. He's sticking behind. It's his last.
Neo is 1.8 behind now.
It's going to be close.
No, 2.8, sorry.
It's going to be close. Can Odem snatch this in the final sector?
2.9.
Keep an eye. Final ever lap for
3
for MLA. I think Odem's might have done it. He's coming through the last corner. The final round. Is it going to go to Odems? He crosses the line in first place. I think he's done it. He comes across the line. He's done
He
it!
wins! As Owen MLA gets on the podium as well. Congratulations to the boys.
By a tenth of a second, Odems does it. What a race! What a race!
Respect.
What an unbelievable
Respect
race!
to that man on my screen right there, MLA. Get on the podium, my friend.
MLA on the podium in his last ever race. Could you ask for anything more perfect? Odems stands atop the podium, and he keeps his streak from season 7 alive. And MLA, we say goodbye to him as he takes a podium. What an unbelievable race, Alex.
Man, it's sad to say it's the end, but that is the end. And do you want me to run down? Do you want me to run down the end bit, or do you want to do it, mate? I'll give you the honours. Actually, you run this down.
Whoa, what unbelievable, unbelievable. Odems takes the victory by a tenth of a second over Neo, who did everything right. MLA P3 in his last ever Grand Prix in one hub. Lakitu P4. Scopefielder got 5th from the back of the grid. That's a great drive from the Williams. Samu P6, Jesse P7, LQ P8, Julian in P9, and Simon takes points on his first race in one hub. James Slater P11, all of these DNFs from this race. And unfortunately, we have to say, that is the end of the one hub racing season. And
it's the end of this partnership.
End of the partnership. And what a way to round it out. I couldn't have asked for anything more.
Yeah, I've got to say, huge thank you to you, man. You were the first person I ever commentated with, apart from Nick, on qualifying night. So this was a brilliant first introductory season. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for sticking with me, and thank you to everyone at home as well that's listened to my voice for almost every single race this season. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, thanks to you, Alex. He took a bit of a jump coming into the Prestige tier straight away, but he did a fantastic job. It's a pleasure working with you, and thanks obviously to all the league admins for letting me do this unbelievable first season, and cannot wait for the next season to start. And of course, we are saying goodbye to MLA, but what a way to do it.
Huge respect for the Mercedes driver. Gets a constructor's title on the way out and also gets a 3rd place. What a race that was, because he had a very difficult qualifying. I think I can speak for every single person that is driven here, is an admin here. Just tons of respect for the guy, and if he ever comes back, we'll welcome him back with open arms. But until that moment, we say goodbye to you, and what a legend you are to this league.
Yeah, well, you will be missed, but I hope you'll keep up with the streams nonetheless, and keep an eye on how your compatriots are doing. But for the final time, we're going to say goodbye. It's been a pleasure. One Hub Racing Season 12 is now a closed book.
I've got an invitation for you. Do you want to have one more counselling session before we say goodbye to one another?
Yes,
there we go. Right. Oh, that's where we're off to. We're off to get some counselling, and we will see you guys in the eve of the new season. That's right, 4 tiers, a new rule where drivers have to get 2 pit stops each race. We'll see you guys all then. 80 drivers here in one hub. 80 of the best drivers here on PlayStation. We'll see you then later on this year. Until then, goodbye.